Dupu, what are you doing up at this hour? Double lag. Welcome on in, everyone, from Dupu's channel. I'm Dobbs. You will sometimes see me on Dupu's chat. I'm wearing Dupu right now. What are the chances? Hi. Dupu brand merch. Yeah, yes. Heck yes. For anyone that does not know what we're working on here, it's a video game. It's a video game that's very much in the style of Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door, which is one of the best RPGs. Fight me. We have a trailer that will sum up exactly what this video game is. Let's pull up the trailer here. There we go. Jeez, that's loud. Sure. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. Somehow. No way. We're looping it. I'll be right back. All right. Yeah. I'm here now. Okay. Okay, so that's what the game is. That's the game. That's what we're working on. We're 8 months into the project. GQ has weird ideas about the sound design. It's coming along. The next big thing we're working on is the special moves. If you are familiar with Thousand Year Door. Thank you for the Lizard Party. Thank you for the follows that came in as well. I appreciate that. I'm now starting to work on the special moves. That kerning is not great. Of which there's only one special move so far, but it's a doozy. So this is the first introduction of moves. I need to capture my cursor. There we go. To make you bike. I will never do the bike. Never, ever again. It's fine. It's fine. Oh wait, it's gonna have to wait until the lizards are over. It's not gonna come up. It's not gonna come up till the lizards are all done. Okay, there it goes. Should link with your. That's a great idea. I should just make it behind the scenes while the game is open. Just open my stream. So, this is not a good example of the backgrounds in the game, but they are vaguely low poly because I'm just not that great at Blender. But the 2D characters, I will explain how those work because it's involved. Dupu Raid, Hovercat. Hovercat's like right off camera. There's her arm. Arm reveal. Yeah. A vague shape of arm. That's a terrible idea. Let me just time out Theron. She's armed and potentially dangerous. Oh, nice. This is looking really good. We really screwed this one up. All right. Bye.
I guess.
Okay.
I was very worried about her head being on the other side.
Well, she wanted her head on the other side. Oh, yeah. It'll be okay. Yeah. I recently changed the way that we're storing text so that it can be in a flat file. So now the file for all the texts for conversations looks like this. And we will eventually have multiple files that we can cycle in and out for different areas. So there's still some kinks to work out with that. So let's talk about how the sprites are drawn real quick. Because I think it's pretty neato. So, the sprites are actually made up of a bajillion little individual pieces. And animation can move each of those pieces individually, which is great. That's what we want, so that we can have little fun little animations that are more complex. It's true. That's true. He's right. Paper Mario 64 used a very straightforward method of most of its animation, which was like 2 to 4 frames of complete sprites drawn together, which is much friendlier on the N64 hardware. GameCube took it up a little bit further by breaking things apart into pieces and animating each piece individually. This sort of paper doll style of everything being on its own individual little axis, so it can rotate, stretch, scale, swap with a different sprite, whatever, as the situation called for it. I wanted to go more of the Thousand Year Door style. I think it's a lot more... What is it a lot more? I don't know what it's a lot more of. Bug Fables also uses the Paper Mario 64 style, where things are pre-baked sprites, just sprite sheets, and we just cycles between them. I guess what I like is the smoothness of the animation for the TTYD style. So we're like 3 levels deep on tangents of working on this game here. So we're doing a second pass of building out individual areas. Yeah, you get some smoother movement. Plus, if I want to change the design of something, I don't have to draw 4 individual sprites and then do the onion layer stuff, onion skinning things. I can just say, oh, just change this one piece of it, and all the animations just still work. That's wonderful. I love that. So we're in our Chapter 1 zone. We haven't built anything past Chapter 1. Chapter 1 is not fully complete, but all the major areas are there. But a lot of them are unpolished and not really playable. Like, it abruptly jumps through cutscenes that aren't finished and have placeholder text, all that stuff. So after doing our first pass on Chapter 1 areas and building them all out, we skipped back and worked on the hub world for a bit. And now we're coming back through Chapter 1 to do a second pass of cleaning things up, adding collectibles, improving the look of areas, and adding more NPCs that can talk to you, and more little secrets. So, one thing I want, this area is kind of a 3-way intersection. Oh yeah, this is Frogtown, established 18-something or other. This is the intersection. To the right is the dungeon, and it's right across the bridge, but there's a blockade. And to the north is more Frogtown. So I want the player to know what's happening across the bridge while still giving them a choice of where to go. But if they choose that they're going to go straight north and ignore the bridge, I want them to at least know, hey, this is what's going on over here. So I want to have a couple of frogs stationed right over here. Why is it called Frogtown? That's a great question. That is a wonderful question, Dupu. Let's have our good friend, Orange Shirt, tell us all about the history of Frogtown. Because of the chicken. See, I want if the player's gonna head north, I want them to overhear. So I built out this ambient conversation system where things can talk without actively being talked to. And that's the plan. Some weird spacing going on there. Frog, 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 frog. Frogtown was named for its founder, Bernard J. Town. That's it. That's the joke. That's the dumb joke. That's what the game is going to be all about. Robot? What's a robot? Dupu, you should probably go to bed. I'm just throwing that out there. Just as a possibility. There's all this junk strewn about here because I've been using this room as a testing zone. The kitchen, which is next to, you're going to whip yourself up a nice cup of bed. It's still early. That's the problem. It was very recently late. So in trying to build out these frogs that are going to stand here, I had to build out this whole system for these ambient conversations that could be properly interrupted. And then resumed. But then I started thinking, we should also start on this new battle special move thing. And that's where we wound up. Is working on that. Totally early. It's early. It's early AM. That is the problem. That is the problem. So in battle, and we'll just pull up the test battle scene instead of the actual battle scene. So now we have this new category of attacks for special attacks that use a different resource. I have set up and tested 3 different resources that we can use for moves. So the default resource is energy, the little lightning bolt symbols. You can heal this with a rest at the inn, which doesn't exist yet. You can heal this with some special moves or some items. Now we have a second resource that you can use, these special gears. This is going to represent the power of the magical golden gears that you are collecting throughout your quest, your MacGuffins. Every time you get a MacGuffin and end a chapter, you will get an additional gear's worth of power, which is very similar. A biking human. Yes, what a shame. Yes, Abram. It's like the Crystal Stars. I'm gonna change the system a little bit, but I really wanted there to be these big, extravagant moves that you can do. We're gonna re-theme this one. Here's how it currently looks. You can barely hear this over the music that I've got playing right now, but oh, shoot. There we go. So there we go. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit. Just the ambient music. So that is what the special attack looks like right now. And you can see it's deducted 1 star. I can set it up to deduct more if need be. Now, Thousand Year Door had a very good system that I cannot in good conscience just lift wholesale, which was the audience system. Thousand Year Door, every battle is framed as a stage play. Hey, Keens. Do you have more Z's than usual? So everything is themed on a stage play, which is very fun. Bug Fables does no theming related to like the battles being framed in a certain way. It's just you're doing an RPG battle, nothing fancy. Thousand Year Door is the only one that gets to do like a crazy system about you're on a stage doing the battle every time, and you have an audience that interacts with the battle. The idea is every time you perform a move successfully, the audience cheers, and those cheers award you a small fraction of star power, which fills up your special meter, which is great. Oh gosh, so now you're left with a ridiculous number of Z's. That's fun. Yeah, Abram, I was really surprised by how rarely it happened. They pull it off very early with Chapter 1 boss, with Hooktail. Cool, great, starting strong. And then they just kind of don't for a while. I think Cortez might be able to do something with the audience, maybe? But no, there's really nothing with the audience until Grotus Mark II and then the Shadow Queen. So, because I usually beat Cortez really fast, because by then you've got Power Lift and tons of really good chain attacks. So he doesn't get to attack when I play, unless I'm doing a challenge run. But yeah, they only really use that 3 times. I wish they had done it more, honestly. It's such a fun thing. Also, there's very cool things about the audience, that the individual types of audience members can affect how the battle runs. Some types of audience members are more likely to interfere with the battle, or to change how much star power you get from the audience. Very cool system. So how are we going to recover gears after you use them? Well, I haven't fully figured that out yet. I've got a few ideas running around. They pop out of Dabble. Well, that's going to be the idea with like, we're going to have a whole branch of attacks. He's got the big gear on his back that he like melee attacks with, and then he's got springs that just kind of shoot out of him, because the idea is like he's kind of a busted old robot and he's just spewing parts. He gets good boy points. Are the 5s under the mouse? This one is a little bit lower because this mouse is actually further in the foreground, and that's how it chooses how to position these. I don't want them to be stacked perfectly in a line, but we may change how this works and have like a set value for where we put the health bar. The health bar is temporary. Well, it will be permanent, but there's a whole system that's supposed to only show you the health bar in certain conditions. Oh yeah, Keens, this is the one I've been working on. Something that falls out of the enemy. I want to plan it around. So I've got some wish list items. The outline on the 5, that may just be the encoding on the stream or something, because they look identical from my standpoint. I could overlay them in Photoshop, but I'm pretty sure they are completely identical. So, nice to haves. I do not want you to easily be able to farm it on battles. Like, one option is, just make it a maneuver. Like, you have to use a specific tactic to, like, I don't know, crank the wheel to spin it up. Yes, I've dabbled. Have the crowd. Yeah, it might be something like that. Here, let's get to the bottom of this. I have Photoshop up right now. Oh, actually, it may be like a half pixel off or something. In which case, I can't line them up the exact same. Yeah, so they're technically slightly different because they're positioned off by like fractions of a pixel. Oh, Dabble World. Dabble Worlds is all static HTML and JavaScript now. There's no more back-end server. You can still create levels, and I can still add them to the game, but there's no server to do it automatically anymore. It was expensive. I have other things I would like to spend my money on. Like potato chips. How about potato chips? Oh, thank you for the other follow. I don't know if I called that out when it happened. But thank you. All follows are anonymous. How much does something like that take to run? For all the bells and whistles that I was running, I was averaging about, by the end of it, I was averaging about $30 a month. Which I was probably signed up for services that I honestly did not need for that particular game. It depends. If you had it saved locally, then that's going to be a pain to get at. But maybe still possible. If you had it saved on the cloud server, I can still get it. Because I made a copy of the database, and so I've just got a big spreadsheet of a bajillion levels. But maybe not. It depends. There is a chance that it's gone. I tried to make sure that everybody was pinged about it in the Discord channel for Dabble Worlds, but like that was months ago, and those are easily missed. No, it was a dedicated server, you know? Like it was running 24/7, running ASP.NET website. Because I had it was like I had a full API running. I had a fun little API setup with like checking claims and tokens and confirming login details and be like, oh, you can't access this path. And it was fun. It was fun to set up. I even did something really dumb, which was unnecessary, but you could not pass in the raw ID numbers that the database used when querying levels. Instead, you passed in a level code that would get converted into into a level ID, the same way that Mario Maker does it. Because Mario Maker, those little 9-digit IDs, that really corresponds to just a number, an incrementing number. This is level 1, this is level 2, this is level 3, this is level 5,700. But then it also encapsulates a little bit of extra information as well as a checksum. And I did something similar on mine. Except I never added a UI method for searching by ID because there weren't enough levels to warrant it. It's like, everyone just kind of knew, because anyone who was regularly playing the game knew, like, oh yeah, that was from a few months ago. That's probably on page 2 now. Let's look at the bottom of page 2. There it is. It's like it would be faster than keeping a list of IDs and sending them to people. The levels just weren't coming in fast enough to make that was really just the best way to do it. We did wind up with a page 6. Oh, okay. Cost of moves. So they can be energy, they can be special point rainbow gold gear thing. But also I added a system, and I'd planned on this for a while. I don't know if it'll make it into the final game, but it exists that I can charge health to use a move. So for instance, I could have a move that, yeah, you can use it, but it's going to deduct 3 health. And if we pair that with some later modules that allow for, like, oh, you do extra damage when you're low on health, you could do some really fun little planned build moves using that as like a combo. So I'm pretty excited about that, because that is now working. So yeah, that's where we stand right now. I've got my list of things I want to tackle. We are deducting special meter. I did do that off stream. Paper, more modules, bits and bobs. I think what we need to do is we need to finally get back into Room D and finally add these stupid frogs here. Dang it, we need to fix the sign. That's what we should do. We should fix the sign and then do the dumb bits and bobs. So what's wrong with this sign? Sign, new line, center it, Frogtown, new line, center it. So why is that not working? This is definitely working. Oh. Seeing Dupu get into that fish room again. Just, why are they blinking? All right, so it is centering it, I guess. Guess you could consider that centering it. New line's not being processed. Could be that well, tag new line. That should just work. Oh, no. It's because it's no longer a raw single character. It's now coming across as an escaped backslash and then an N. Ooh. Good old Rocky Wrench. Yeah, that's why this is happening. He's been here this whole time. Unbelievable. Okay. So what we need to do is check for this. Okay, there we go. So that's how we'll check for /n. Then okay, I think that will no. Oh, not size, length. Nope. Whoop. Oh, okay. It's an actual function call. Every language has to do it their own way. He's pretending is in the kitchen. Unbelievable. All right, so this may fix the new line issue. Yay! All right, that's better. Hooray, hooray. So what we want to get rid of all this extra stuff. We want 2 frogs standing like here. Not so close that they're going to fall into the water. In fact, we may want to put a fence to make sure you can't fall in the water. I don't know. Do we need that? Would that be friendly? It's probably fine. Okay, so we're gonna add a frog. So it's gonna be similar to this guy, because this guy does not move. So we're gonna duplicate him. Ah, good old iron door. Well, I'm gonna have to change his default facing. These guys are going to share a dialogue zone, I believe. What if I just do like that? Turn them around? Frog Actor 3. Frog Actor 4 does not get a dialogue zone. Okay, so then they need to have... So they need to have... Frog... Rumor 1. And Frog Rumor 2. Sure. Do not allow turn. This guy does not turn when you talk to him. And then the actual dialogue zone, we're going to extend the collision shape associated with it so that you can talk to them from a slightly larger area. Okay. That looks great. Okay, so now when you are talking to Frog Rumor 1, now we can add this to our raw text here. So this is pretty easy to do. We just do this. Oh wait, no we don't, because we also have to do the conversation system. We're going to change it eventually, so that we don't have to do it this way. So we don't have to have this go-between here. This is going to be a little bit... it's going to be a little bit... because this one's going to be a conversation between multiple frogs. Frog Rumor, it's fine. Okay, now we need to decide what they're going to say back and forth. So right here, we're just going to write our script for these guys, and we're going to separately add a little mumble script to them. But they need something that they're going to say. when they're just kind of like chatting. So they're not going to be acknowledging the player. They're just going to be talking to each other. And then all of the back and forth is going to be handled by the conversation code, which handles like, oh, we need to move the camera here, have this actor say this, move the camera here, have this actor say this, this, this. Here's where the this lives, is in this raw text file. All right, so they're talking about the snails. So this is not a required conversation. This is just if you want to talk to them and figure out what's going on, you can, but you don't have to. You can just go explore. Let's see here. So they're like, man, the snails they're up to no good. They're going to attack the village. Man the battlements. Yeah, we're gonna make a joke about. Oh yeah, they're already at the other side of the bridge, so they'll be here any week. I need to separate this up into Convo 1, Convo 2. It's like if it's one actor saying a bunch of lines, I can group them together. But if it changes who's talking, I have to put a different header in between it. That's a great question. Oh, actually, I bet I know the answer. Isn't it because, isn't there a pretty strict maximum name length? 10 character limit. Yeah. Oh, it'd be if I need to have them like. I need to do the because they're snails. That'd be dumb. They're slow? Yeah, because they're slow. Alright, so now we have to actually program that conversation in. So we have actor as frog 1. And then we have frog 2. We have to get actor by code. Where are we doing that? Do we have some existing... yeah, combo function get actor by code. And this is Rumor 2, Frog? Rumor 2. Let's rename these guys here. The actual sprites. That'll be helpful. Rumor 1 and Rumor 2. Alright, so now we have this as the first piece that gets said by Frog 1. Then 2, 3, 4, 5. That's our conversation. Okay, let's see if that works as is without doing anything else. Because that may be all we need to get that whole little conversation going, is walk over to them, and then they'll start, and then we can talk to them and hear that. Need to be closer than I expected. That's strange. Something's broken on that. Ah, put too much text. I'm too verbose. All right, well, that's great. That's fun. Okay, so the dialogue zone, collision shape. Need to fix that. I need to make unique. I forgot. Oh, geez.
Cheer 1,000 Dobbs. Will you do the bike for 20 minutes for 1,000 bits?
Willow. There's so many things you could do with $10 for yourself. Oh. Ride the stupid bike. Can you believe this? I'm gonna do it out of a sense of you should not do this. We should not make this a habit. Oh gosh. All right. Well, let's see here. Where is the great. Cool. Love it. Everybody's gonna have no idea what's going on here. Unbelievable. Angled. Ah, what a web. All right, here we go. All right. Sorry, did the music just not loop? It's really weird. Oh, I can't use these out of battle yet. Okay, well, let's put on some modules then. Okay. Fine. Focus health. Oh shoot, you can't do anything. I need sound effects for getting hurt and blocking. Oh, what a great day, Theron. So tangled up. Not. The victory music. Oh, your partner doesn't change. Or it does, but it doesn't. Weird. Blocked. Let's do it for one. There we go. Game. got no sound effects at all. Okay, so I think technically Leon is out right now, even though it only shows Cat. You may live. Haven't been up here in ages. This door doesn't even go anywhere. We need a lot more like little wires and stuff running along the walls in here. Need water. I can't actually leave this screen. It's locked. Oh yeah, a little bit of sparks. I'm just gonna change the bit settings. Oh. Now we don't have the air conditioner turned on up here. Because it's very loud. Why would I change the bit setting? So that people can't do that. Because it's not like I can give it back. Oh. Let us redo. I have a strong sense of obligation. Oh no. Well, that one's broken. Now wonky fast. Maximum wonkage. It's supposed to. That's him saying style, but with a lot of style. We haven't worked on this zone yet for a second pass. But when we do, these guys need things to say. There's the microphone. These guys have to talk about things. And also we need the special music for this room. We have a early version of it. That's probably good enough. Onion crunch chicken and pork taquitos. I'll put something over here in this little grotto, this little grove, rather. Why did... I've broken the music loop somehow on Frogtown, and I don't know how that happened. Oh, this one too, huh? I have a little bit of work to do on some of the old camera motions for dialogue systems. It's good to go through this every once in a while and just see what's broken. Gonna need sound effects. You know what? I should have figured you would. Anything to say? No. Literally nothing. Maybe a little treasure over here. Oh, thank you. That is not by me. Though I did a really good job of giving direction on what it should sound like. Oh, this is definitely gonna break. Right? 15 minutes. There's going to be a splash animation. And there's a boss fight here. Oh, this is just busted completely. Well, I usually don't bother going back and testing these parts. Look, we were over there. We've been there. Oh. See, I should be using that. We have 2.5 more minutes on the bike. Eh. Oh yes, that will be a running gag, Mac. There's a section right before that where she's gonna complain about it, and then the brick joke is that she. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Huh? I'm super okay. Do I not look okay? Well, I just like to breathe. Really loud and laboriously. Yeah. Hello, GQ. Just for this, I'm gonna make the worst Pen Pals level imaginable. I'm gonna make it that it always puts Willow in that level no matter what she chooses. That's just how it goes. It just always gives you the animal you want the least. You calculate which one you are least wanting. They just float away. Oh boy. I wasn't ready for this. I had a cookie tonight. Oh. Yeah, if you had all donkeys, it'd be great. All right. Ooh. These calls that are broken right now for the camera. Yeah, these guys. So for one thing, rotating this guy, not helping. We need to jump into the base actor code. And let's export their default facing so we can have him facing his buddy. Hello? That was weird. Okay. So we need that to be much shorter. All right. I also want these guys to have a ambient conversation. Ooh. So this is going to be tricky. All right, so I'm going to have one of them do ambient 1, one of them do ambient 2. Thank you, Willow. So we want to have ambient dialogue for Frog Actor 3. And Frog Actor 4. So my concern is that when I interrupt one of them, they will stop talking, but the other one is going to keep talking, isn't he? Great. Cool. Uh-oh. Why is he still going? Why is he still yammering on? How does this one not do that? He can't say multiple things at once. It's not allowed. What handles turning off ambient dialogue? Resume. Okay. It's... Ah! Aha! Aha. Okay, it's not automatic. Close ambient dialogue for an actor. Okay. So we can get both of them to shut up for once in their lives. So we can say frog 1 and frog 2, stop your ambient conversation, and then resume it at the end. Okay, this isn't a complete solution though, because we still have the problem of their text boxes overlap. You want to shut up, buddy? Great. So the talking animation. So dialogue box gets him talking. And stop talking animation is supposed to get him to stop talking, which happens when it advances, but not when it closes. So we have to call dialogue box dot stop talk animation. That should work. So when we close ambient dialogue, well, I guess we just want to do this. Just reset his animation. Okay. Getting there, getting there. Yay. And then they go back to yammering. Okay, so for the yammering, Ambient dialogue has millisecond pause per page. Could we add a pause between pages? So we show dialogue, and it's ambient, so it's going to automatically proceed. It's auto advance. Wait, it doesn't actually close the box though, does it? I need something that actually closes the box and then brings it back up. Ooh. Yeah, it keeps it up, but it slides the text. I want something that can do better than that. So basically a closed dialogue box. And then pull it back up and continue. So closed dialogue. I'd like this. Like this. I don't want this. Okay, closed dialogue. Is that used outside of... yes, it is. Okay. So, like pop in. What else does pop in? The initial. This is probably not the right way to approach this. So, what I'm looking for is I'm wanting it to be able to ambient dialogue a message, close it, wait a few seconds, and then pull it back up and repeat. Presumably as some kind of special code, similar to how we have things that like, oh yeah, new line, center text, pause, display. I want to have one that can close and reopen the dialogue box. But I don't want it to just restart the whole thing. Custom robo. Of course. So let's try this. Temp close dialogue. Millisecond duration. Which is we will play, pop in, then we will do our little await, timeout, create timer business. And then just play it again. Okay, so if it is ambient, start advanced text. Is looping. Is that the one? Is that what I've got? Yeah, is looping for ambience. For ambient text. Which will just say, okay, you got it. Zoop, zoop. Got distracted. So like, E. Not you, not you. Not even you. So it's gonna be kind of hand in hand with a pause option. Okay, so we're gonna create a group. Bracket contents. Okay. pause. Where does pause happen? It doesn't happen in position letters. Show dialogue. Show me where pause actually happens. Okay, so right here, this is when we are just in processing. Just looking at like what is our current index that we are currently listing. We can say, okay, do a thing. I guess. Okay, so it's going to be a variant of pause. That's gonna look like close time equals 3000 or something, and it's gonna do both a pause and a temporary closing of things. So it has to do both of those. So tag has to equal pause or tag equals close. Then you will pause at that moment and let's see here. Pause. If pause dot tag equals close, then we're going to call our new special function temp close dialog. Duration. There's no way this is going to work, for the record. Nice. 1080 snowboarding. Alright, how does this look? Test 1. Test 2. Test 1. It's doing the pause, but it's not doing the close dialogue. Let's just restart this and watch for the print line to happen or not happen. It's not happening. Oh, interesting. We're just getting the tag pause. It's not giving me close at all. But I don't have to manually look for pause when we're parsing. We're just looking for a page data tag of pause. All text does have close. Alright, restart that. Is it reading that line at all? Test 2. Test 1. Pause. Test. So it is reading that line. But it's not reading that's a close tag for some reason. Why is that? Test 1. Test it. Oh, it did it. It did it. Wait, what? What did I change? Is it because it was blank initially? Did that do something to it? Because now it's actually noticing the close tag. Why? If I give it nothing before it, is that the difference? Pause, 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 pause. No closing. Oh, yuck. So what if I add it, like, not as its own line, but at the end of a line? Which I guess is okay, and does make sense. It's fine when it does that. It just has trouble reloading while it's live. Not something to worry about. Yeah, see, test 1 closes and reopens. Not great. Because I want it to be that it closes, reopens on a blank page. So it's not giving me this one because why? Because we're doing start index -1 equals I. And the start index is 0. So what if I did that? Or a dot start index equals 0. To catch that if it happens at the very beginning of a line. Okay, that would explain why it was skipping it. It's because we kind of do like a look back. But now it pops up and it does it twice. Okay, so that doesn't work. Apparently. Huh. I guess I don't actually want it closed, do I? Or I don't actually want it paused when that happens. Since 3, use was using Unity. That's the last game I actually put on Steam was in Unity. Unreal, I briefly played around with it. And I don't know, I was having a really hard time getting into it. Partially, I think it's because I'm not as strong in C++ as other languages. Like, I know it's like, you know, one language you should be able to pretty much pick up any other language. But there's certain things that languages can be more intuitive for. Closes. Closes. Temp close dialogue for duration seconds. A Gamify thing. I'm not familiar with Gamify. But Godot's been really fun. It's got a lot of really nice features that I like. Yeah, the open source nature and the very liberal licensing is also quite nice. Okay, well that's closer. Except it's immediately popping back up. Oh, because this is supposed to be for the duration. That's probably part of it. From string to float. Right. I do need to actually convert that. Float.parse. Do we have a float.parse? Float. Oh, just float and then in parentheses. Okay. Python stuff. All right, let's see. Did we figure out this weird little dialogue quirk? If so, we can have these guys basically having their own conversation before we even talk to them without rebuilding our whole engine. He does keep on talking, don't he? So maybe we can kind of do a pause as well. Okay, give that a go. So that maybe he'll stop talking for a bit. Shut his mouth for once in his frog life.
This is not what I was expecting to happen.
Alright, hold on now. Let's apply some basic hide show hide 2, 3 show hide 2, 3. I'm sorry, is this just not happening? Huh. How long did I tell it to hide for? 3,000 milliseconds. Oh. Oh, yeah. It's been nice. This is in seconds. I'm a dummy. I'm a big fat dummy. We would have been waiting there for several minutes for the dialogue to start popping in. All right, come on. This time for sure. Hey, okay. That's close to what we want. We want to give time for the dialogue to reappear, which takes how long? How long does that is that dialogue box animation? .5 seconds. Okay. So if pause is greater than 0.5 seconds, or yeah, then do this 0.5 seconds earlier than we think we should, just so the animation can load up before we start printing the new text, I think. We're gonna kind of do this to taste a bit. Oh no, it's still not, yeah. You know what? I'm okay with it. I'm at peace with it. What this lets us do, hopefully. Let's try it this way. I'm hoping what we can have is this will cycle between them talking. Like one will talk, then the other will talk, then the one will talk, then the other one will talk. It's good enough. It's good enough. Are we gonna default our close tag to 3,000? That would be nice. Okay, and let's just add it here. So that we don't forget that we have that as an available tag when we are building out our stuff. Wait, no, we should put it here. And we should get rid of the other one, because that one was a to-do list. Okay. Okay, so now we can make this a little bit smaller, more compact. Okay, this might be a nice little ambience thing. We spent a lot of time on a very small little detail, and I think that's just the trend. Just the rumor frogs. I need to make it so that he stops talking when we do that, though. When Rumor Frog stops talking, we need to call the stop talking function. They can. If you want to just leave them there talking, they will do it. They will do it. These are the rumor frogs, always talking up a little storm. I need to swap these the dialogue order. Just so that lines up a little bit better. See, that's fun. That's fun. You can just walk by and they're just having a little conversation. I like that. I like that a lot. Rumor frogs. Okay. Now, I want you to look very closely at something that kind of bugs me, and we can fix it now, because I know how to do it. So the stem is a triangle. That would be an interesting idea. Right now, it's a 3D sprite, which means it actually has a location in 3D space. So if I wanted to do that, I would actually have to shift objects around, but it would make sense. But I kind of do want things that are further back to be, like if we had a big crowd with a lot of like random chatter, I do want the frontmost things to be in the front, regardless of whether or not they're the newest things. So really, if I were to do anything on this, it would be, I know what we could do. I got a solution for this particular instance. Well, that's not it, but interesting. Okay. Reload. Let's just scoot them apart a little bit more. Not the frogs. Goodness no, but the dialogue boxes. That's not how that's supposed to happen. Oh, I guess it's assuming. Oh, well, now they're not overlapping, like, timing-wise. Hang on. Put those back. Or so help me. Okay. Why... Why is it lining up better now? Also, can I just temporarily maybe move these guys right here so that we can find them a little bit quicker? I guess that's okay. They're not really overlapping in any major way. Okay, so the issue is the stem. Oh geez, what's this? Why am I seeing this? Oh, now they're desynced. Interesting. Okay, so what that was this timeout coming to fruition. Yeah, so the ambient bubble, this timeout finished, and so it popped back in because that's what I told it to, that's what I programmed it to do. So what we need to do is have some, let's see here. Okay, how about this? Can restart ambient dialogue. If I hit this function, then we're going to set it to true. And if it's still true, then we'll pop in. When we close it for real, we're going to set it to false. So that if it interrupts, it keeps track of whether that was just a temporary closing or if it's now off for the time being. So the next thing I want, what? Oh, wait, what was it? I lost it. What was it? Let me look at my brain. Where did I put it? The next thing that we're supposed to do. Shoot. Let me get back in here. I have to go find it. Oh, yes. Okay, here we go. So, notice how this is two parts. There's the bubble and there's the stem. And when they're fading in and out, like the transparency is taking over and it's going transparent or opaque, for a brief moment in the middle, you can kind of see the edge of the stem. And it's ugly and I don't like it. And we're gonna fix it. I didn't know about this before when I originally wrote the dialog box system. But yeah, look at that. Because they're both fading in. And so that's what you wind up with. Which is not cool, but we can fix it. All we gotta do, we don't need this stem mask anymore, I don't think. That was the old way that I fixed it, was stem mask. Which I want to confirm that we're not referencing that anywhere. Comment it out. Good. Get rid of it. It's gone. So we have this object here and this object here. I think what we can do is add a canvas group. Now, I don't know if the items in it need to be... Oh yeah, they might have to be directly... Oh, that's going to be a problem then. How are we gonna fix that then? So canvas group, I think if hypothetically the stem was here directly, no. Oh, right. I know why. Because what you have to do for canvas group, jeez, is different. You have to. It has to be self-modulate. There we go. Never mind. Now it's doing nothing. I could have sworn that that's how Canvas Group worked. It is how it works. Okay, hang on. What am I doing wrong then? Oh, because I'm doing this on dialog box. Okay, so this still works. Whoops. But I want to add a track for the Canvas group. Self-modulate, copy this. Now that will still happen for now. Now if I turn this off. Yeah, so the problem here now is that we're still going to have everything else in existence. These can be gone. These can leave. We don't need those anymore. Choice container, gear icon. I think that would be okay. Choices might not work. Okay, so now I need to fix the script here. Anywhere that references stem container, like that, needs to be canvas group / stem container. And similarly, backdrop. Choice container is fine. Okay, cool. Let's try it. This might break immediately. And invisible. Invisible. It's all invisible. Cool. Why? Oh, the reset track on modulate we don't want anymore. I think that's the problem there. Still not seeing it. Okay. That might have just been improperly setting the properties. Show me. Yeah. Well. Fascinating. What is the game about? So it's about this little robot here, has recently been reactivated, and is having to go and reactivate a massive machine that can grant people's wishes. It's all very, very wholesome and whimsy. I'm seeing the letters. Oh, Clip Children, maybe? Maybe? Is that what's going on here? Up in. Backdrop. Clip only? Disabled? But then, oh no, it's because you can't do both of those. You can't do that with a canvas group. No. Okay. Well, that's a shame. I'm afraid we have to live with it as it is. The weird transparency issue is uh-oh, it's fine. Weird transparency issue lives on. So you can't use clip children in a Canvas group. Or maybe it's like specifically in a child of a Canvas group or something like that. It has to do with the fact of how clip children uses the back buffer. And that's exactly the same thing that Canvas groups are using to get their effect in. And you can't use it for both at the same time. That's my vague understanding of it. I've recently watched some videos about Canvas Group and how to use them for good things. And there are some good things I've been able to use them for. But that's all right. The transparency thing is very minor. And it doesn't really bug me. Having looked back at Thousand Year Door, the original GameCube one, it also has that. It also has transparency blending problems with the stem. And I never noticed it, so I don't think anyone else is going to really see this and be like, I see what you're doing. I don't like that. Like, worst case scenario, if I want, I could just kind of make the top of that stem gradient out just to soften it a bit. Okay, so these guys, they can now chatter. So the whole reason for these guys to be chattering if you decide when you get to this zone, if you decide, hey, instead of looking across the bridge and getting a little cinematic over there, and instead of talking to them directly, if I instead decide I'm just going to pass right by, well then, we can trigger basically a forced dialogue with them. And so if you just walk by, we're going to check a state flag on the game and trigger a forced dialogue set with these guys. We're going to pan the camera over quickly and just have them talk at you. And that way, we're going to make sure that the player can't miss the plot. The player has 3 different ways of getting the plot in relevant information about Chapter 1 and why they can't just directly cross the bridge. But that's going to be for next time, because we're actually running a little bit close to the wire here. So we should probably go raid. We should raid into something. Mario? Game development? Other things? I don't know what other things there are. I'm pretty sure that's the only things that exist. Pen Pals? No one is streaming Pen Pals. Unbelievable. Dead game. Hey, look, there's me in the list. We need someone else. I've got my list of people, but we've already kind of exhausted my list of people that I want to meet via raid. Brent is on. I don't think we're gonna raid Brent though. That's just Zelda. That's not game development. That's just someone playing Zelda. That's not how this category works. I mean, you are playing some software that was developed as a game. However, is anyone playing Shine? No one's playing Shine? What? What? Le Plume. They've got the spirit. All right, let me check my big list of other streams I might want that I've been wanting to check out at some point. Is there anyone that we have not already rated into that is currently streaming? 'Cause it doesn't look like it. Photon was on, but he's doing Kerbal Space Program tonight. Still a cool guy. And his schedule works out pretty well because he goes later than me, which is good. That's what we're looking for, you know? People going later than me. Oh, I should really get faster at raids so I can get out of here. And I don't trust any of you guys on raid targets. You get some weird tastes. Case in point, you're here right now. What is Jem doing? What is... Okay, yeah, he's good at modeling and Unreal. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. It's the plan is to get a demo out like end of summer, and then maybe 3 years after that actually release. I'm trying to be realistic. We'll see how well that goes. Is anyone we know about to go online? Let's see here. Sure. Let's just raid into Carl. Wait, what about... Is anyone streaming Thousand Year Door? Okay, there are some people streaming Thousand Year Door that I don't know at all. And that would be weird to be like, hello, I don't know you. I'm making a game. Buy my product. Awful. Small Block Boy is doing Fields of Mystria, which is it's a cute little game. Not development. I think he's just kind of having a chill night. Photon's doing Kerbal, Fields of Mystria, Needleful. We've raided into him like twice, but I don't know. I don't really know much about it. Dupu is probably still awake. Perfect. Let's raid into Dupu's channel. This seems like a great idea that could not possibly fail us. What about... Who's streaming Glover? That's the real question. Well, that's really weird. It's not, you don't get an alert. It'd be really funny if he was like completely asleep. Let me just blast his eardrums. Okay. Let's pick a new person then. A dog with glasses. I did look at this guy a few weeks ago, and I don't know, I didn't put him on my list, and I don't know why. He's very early in making something currently, by which I mean he has a capsule moving along a massive green field. I have my resolution, my quality is low. Let me bump that up. But it looks like Godot. Yeah, that's gotta be Godot. Why not? Why not? Should we meet another dog? We've known a dog or two. We're following a few dogs. Dupe is not the only. Yeah, then I'll be in the dog house. All right, we'll raid dog. We'll raid dog with glasses on. I definitely remember seeing him because it's a memorable. It's a memorable avatar. But I don't remember what I saw him working on last. All right, well, I'm going to be leaving pretty shortly after the raid, like 5 or 10 minutes, but we'll hang out for a little bit. Everyone, thank you for hanging out. I will be back on Friday, 2 days from now, Pi Day. Yeah, we will keep working on this. I'll be doing some of this off stream. We're getting close to our second pass complete. This place is definitely looking better. The camera movement is a lot smoother than it used to be. And then next we can move into this room and add some more characters and wacky things. I need to add some non-frogs too. We gotta remember, it's not all frogs in Frogtown, despite the name. Have a good night. I'll see you next time. Bye.